Hello everyone, this is Swan with the channel EarthP0w3R doing Kaijudo videos, and they're laughing at me, which is not fun. But we have an Aggro deck today featuring Bronze Arm Sabertooth, and it has 3 civilizations: nature, water and fire. So we'll go through them one at a time. And the first thing I want to bring up is the Beastkin engine. It's my favourite. So, Bronze Arm Sabertooth, namesake of the deck, and probably the greatest card amongst them. Hey, no comments.
Okay.
So, it's a double breaker. It evolves on Beastkin, and whenever it's destroyed, it gets sent to mana instead. So you build to Bolt Tail. And the other good big cards, you can play a lot of things at one time after they're dead. But yeah, so to evolve them, we have 3 Razorhide. I like that card. It's good. 3 mana, comes in, gets a mana. It's good. And 3 Prickleback also. I like this because it's cheaper than the other things, and can evolve to the Bronze Arm on 5th turn instead of later in the game, which is good. And another 2 Bronze Arm, which is confusing because this is a Bronze Arm. But there are 2 of these because a 3rd one gets tangled up in your hand. No good to anyone, really. But gets you an extra mana when you play it. Good come into play effect. And then we've got, after I remove all the Beastkin, we've got 2 Gigahorn Charger. When you play it, you get to search a creature from your deck 5,000 power or greater, and it's a large body and can swing into shields over some small blockers, and hard to get rid of because of the 5 mana, obviously. So besides that, we've got some removal spells, including 2 Return to the Soil, some of the additions that Kyle just added, and yet to be tested fully. But more shield triggers to the deck, always good. And then 3 Root Trap. There are many. They're akimbo. We've got 3 Root Trap, which get rid of big threats, and good shield trigger. You want to see it in there. Not good in the hand, obviously. And besides that, we have Water. So 3 Aqua Seneschal. You've seen them a lot. You swing, you draw a card. And 3 Logo Scan. They're stable. You could run these in almost everything that you build, unless you're not running water. And 2 Refi to eliminate the aggro decks. They get really annoying for this build, as we were discussing earlier, and you kind of need that barrage and shields to beat them and to go first. And then we have 2 Rusolka, who return things and also have a body quite good. Good removal. 2 more Veil Vortex, accomplish the same thing as Recycle, but they're shield trigger and issue from the hand. And then the crux of the deck, we have 3 Bolt Tail. They're an armored dragon. They attack quickly and double break 2 shields. It's quite good. And you build them very fast with Bronze Arm Sabertooth. Following that is 2 Gila Flame, the other 2 creatures in fire. Great speed attacker, love to have 2 in my hand. And you can search it with Gigahorn Charger. Quite good card. 2 Comet Missile down from 3 before. There's a lot less light decks running around, so we've eliminated the 3rd. And they clog up the hands early. Good fire mana. But besides that, early game, killer sprites. And we have 3 Tornado Flames to eliminate the Neurons and Hydra Medusas, various other annoyances, evolutions. They kill 5,000 power or lower, so that targets about all of them. And they're a great shield trigger to see in the deck, kind of ruins your opponent's strategy often. And then 2 Barrage to close the deck. They destroy Rush, and I make funny plays with them with Rusolka. So that's the whole deck. Comment Indeed. If you liked it. Check the social links down there. We've got another deck profile. I forgot.
There you go.
I guess I'll film that.
What's going on YouTube? EarthP0w3R on the other side of that camera there. Spencer.
With not
Swan.
as good a voice.
As you will. No. No. My voice is not as awesome as you might like. But we're going to get into another Fire, Nature, Water aggro here. A little bit of a different build from his, and you'll see some of the changes here.
Just kidding, it's the same.
It's similar, but it's a different build. So
Combo
different strategy. Entirely. So
You didn't expect that.
well, we'll get right into it. So to start off, it's hyperspeed. I'm running 3 hyperspeed, a chain lash, and 3 Morna. And we're running these off of the idea of using Lepidus, the ancient, the moth guy, to swing over, untap stuff, and just start putting in a lot of work so we can throw the shields into the mana zone real quick, kind of like a pseudo Bomedius. And it's worked sort of, kind of. I don't know if you guys have seen the match yet, or if I've uploaded the match. If I haven't, you'll see it in a little while with this deck, and it was used against Kevin, so, and it started putting in a little bit of work. You saw it sort of get to be used that way, but it's a lot of fun. And then the Dragons itself more, and it just puts in a lot of work. The only other fire card is one Gila Flame, speed attacker. Just gets out there and does work real quick. Then we got the fire spells. I'm running 1 Rock Bite to stop Seneschals and other early stuff. Hit the Blurple decks before they can start dropping their
Why not a Heat Seekers?
Heat Seekers are better.
Heat Seekers. I do like the shield trigger a little better in this, just because the shield blast in this just a little better, just because it hits rush decks too, which I think are definitely a thing now.
Can't get rid of that.
And it hits other aggros.
Coming in.
So, not if I go first.
Well, yeah.
And then we got 3 Tornado Flame and 2 Barrage to finish up the fire section. Just really good triggers. Swan explained them pretty well. Fire section. Going on to
focused.
Nature now. Got 3 Razorhide. Just gain early mana. Getting up to Lepidus is like a thing that I need to do. Getting to 8 mana can be pretty tough with this sometimes. So Razorhide is my ideal turn 3 drop.
And Seneschal, but hey.
And Seneschal, but we'll get to him. And then I'm running 2 Great Arena because he just works so well off Hyperspeed, Morna, the Chain Lash, and then Lepidus, as you'll see in a second. So drawing extra cards, it's always nice.
Yep. And you can draw over and over again with Gila Flame.
Indeed. 2 Gigahorn Charger to search out all the big guys, the Hyperspeeds, the Chain Lash, the Mornas, the Lepidus. I'm also running Frogzuka and the Gila Flame as well, so it searches out anything I may or may not need at the time. And then 2 Lepidus, the whole idea behind the deck. Gorby is the first one. I gotta give him some shout outs here. He actually turned me onto this idea using Lepidus with Morna to put in a lot of work, and then Hyperspeeds.
Thought I did
making everything
Spencer
speed attacker. Was it you?
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember Gorby saying it, but maybe he got the idea from you.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so Swan came up with the idea. Actually.
Corby Carl has removed your shout out.
So your shout out has been
stricken
revoked.
from the record.
Right. So Lepidus is just really cool. 8 for 8,000 double breaker. So he's a big body that they have to deal with immediately. And if they don't, like if I drop him after I've dropped Morna, then Morna just starts killing stuff and sending shields to the mana zone, and crazy stuff starts happening. So really cool guy. The nature spells, I'm running 2 Sprout again to help build up to that 8 mana mark, so I can start dropping Lepidus and Mornas and not have to worry about anything. Not running Bronze Arm in this deck because I feel if the 4th turn is more necessary for other things, like Return to the Soil. Hitting Sabertooths and other evolutions that give this deck a lot of problems early on. I realized that when I was playing against Gorby, I believe it was a couple of weeks, or I guess a week and a half ago when Evo had first dropped, he put the Sabertooth deck together and it just ran train over this deck. I couldn't do anything to it until like turn 7 when I had a Root Trap, so needed an answer to Sabertooth, and this was my answer. And then it hits all the other stuff that's really fast too, like Neuron and all that, other cards that I wouldn't necessarily have an answer to until like turn 5.
And Bat Breath, actually.
It's Bat Breath too, yeah. Well, yeah, it does, yeah, because Rock Bite can't hit it. So. Yep. Return to the Soil hits a lot of things that give this deck a problem, so definitely a needed card. And then 3 Root Trap, hits all the big stuff, gets rid of cards that I don't want to see on the field. And then the water section, pretty standard, running 3 Seneschal, they attack, and you draw cards. And then you normally want to follow that up with a Rusalka Swan got me to put 2 back in here. I was only running 1 and doing some other weird stuff. But 2 really is a good thing to follow up with Seneschal or Razor High, so you can start getting their effects off immediately and not have to worry about too much.
Yep.
So really like Rusalka. And then blockers, I'm running 2 Refi and 2 Frogzuka. Frogzuka to work off of the Great Arena, and he's also a big body to put in the way of rush and all that fun stuff.
Heal Flame.
And then Refi's a 2-drop, so which is good. And then the water spells are 3 Logo Scan, like Swan said. You run them in anything that runs water. They're just really, really good. Draw lots of cards. And then 2 Veil Vortex. Just like Rusalka, just bounces stuff early on, or can bounce big threats later on, since this deck doesn't have a whole lot of answers to big stuff outside of like Morna and Lepidus, but I would have to attack them, and Veil just gets them off the field momentarily while I come up with an answer. And that's the deck. So, yay, double deck profile. So, I'm going to head back over to Swan here, have him sign us out.
Thank you all very much for watching.
New accent.
Oh, right. Right. I'm going to the Irish then. Thank you so much for watching this video by EarthP0w3R. These were 2 aggro decks with fire, water, and nature. And we hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. Check the social links. I didn't crack that time. Don't give me a bad time about it. But leave the big thumbs up. We want to see you watch more videos. Hopefully, see you next time. It's Team Peach signing off. Peach.